should we do something yenye hata watoto wetu itaandika kwa history books yenye after Gen Z did this, Kenya iliachana na shida ya debt trapped forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first episode of the Raia Active Show. Raia meaning, of course, citizens. Active means active, tumechangamka. And with me today I have my guy called Davis. I prefer to call him the Gen Z with a plan, because for the longest time what we've had, when we are giving out our grievances, we are told we don't know what we are talking about. This is a problem not just in Kenya. It's an African problem. The majority, who are the youths, they are being made to look like they don't know what they are doing. So before I even proceed to the main conversation we are supposed to be having today, Mr. Davis.
Yeah.
I'm going to start this show with two questions. Question number one: do you believe that Africa got its independence after it was declared in 1963? Kenya,
that is.
Yeah.
Okay, in my view, partly yes, partly no. What I can say is we were given independence mostly. And from there, whoever were the caretakers of what were given as independence continued to serve the interest of the British.
So in terms of percentage, what percentage would you give independence?
I'll say 60-40 at 1963.
Oh, that's a good number.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number two: do you believe the notion that Africa, Kenya, we are not developing because we are corrupt, because we are not educated enough, and because we lack the knowledge to develop ourselves?
That's a very challenging one, but what I can say is we are not developing for a number of reasons, but one of the reasons I can say, number one, is corruption.
Corruption.
Yeah, number two, I can say it's the interference with outside forces. I'll say foreign forces, the IMF, World Bank and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
But tunafaa tujilaumu sana about sisi as citizens electing corrupt leaders.
Okay.
So that's take a lot. The sisi electing corrupt leaders takes the larger percentage of why we are not developing as a nation.
So it is our fault, and we should not projecting our failures on external forces?
No, the external forces have a part to play, but even if they have a part to play, we have options.
Okay.
Yeah, we have options, and hata ukiangalia the other nations given the same loans with the IMF and World Bank, but in a better way, in a developing way kutushinda. Compared, ukiangalia a country like Japan.
Okay.
Ukiangalia a country like China, those countries have a better debt to GDP ratio. But what do they do with their money? They are not corrupt as us.
Have these countries, do you think, emerged as they have to the point they are in right now, using the loans that we are receiving?
A larger percentage, yes. Japan, yes, through loans and all that. Okay. China, yes, the loans, especially through foreign direct investment, played a major role.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So foreign investment foreign direct,
it comes as a loan, and it can also comes as a private investment. Not as a loan, but a private investor coming to invest in that country because we have maybe because the labor is cheap than from their home country. Okay. And they have better incentives for investors and a better ROE for investors.
Okay. So how would you differentiate these loans from aid as they phrase it?
Now, the bigger part is if you take it from World Bank and IMF, it comes mostly as aid with instructions on what you should do and what you should not do with that money. But if it comes as from other lenders, like for example China, China doesn't give you that much of restrictions on what you can do with the loan they give you. But hizi zote zinakuja to the same place. It's our corrupt politicians who mess us more than the terms and conditions you are given in these loans. Yeah.
Okay. Let's just, you as a Kenyan right now, you as a young Kenyan, how do you feel? Angry? How do you feel?
Angry is the word.
Angry is the word. Hata mimi
Angry is
nimekosa
the word,
ingine.
yeah. Angry is the word, but mostly. Kila mtu huchukia politicians akina Ruto and all that. Yes, nawachukia. But my biggest anger is to us, citizens. It's simple, yeah? Ukipewa pesa na politician,
Yeah.
akuwe president ama governor. Kumbuka, for example, assume you as you.
Yeah.
Unataka kuwa president. Umeinvest 50 billion in campaign.
Yeah.
Pesa yako. Na juu kwa sababu umeenda kule kwa campaign, kila mtu anataka za macho. Umempatia juu umeattend wakati wa kupiga kura, nimekupatia pia unipigie kura. Wale watu wako pale kwa polling station nimewalipa waniibie.
Yeah.
Guess what? Nikiwa president, will I need to return my money?
Of course you have to.
Yeah. And if you want to be re-elected, what will you do? After 50 billion, you look for 100 maybe.
Immediately you recover your money, you start recouping another Worcester.
Yes, recover 50 billion, utatafuta another 50 billion ya re-election, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that ikifika time ya re-election, sitatumia pesa yangu. Pesa niliwaibia niwaregeshe.
Of course.
So my anger is with us to entertain this system. Na unless we realize this system inatumes,
Yeah.
kwa sababu hii pesa yenye tunapewa kwa campaign, ni pesa ilikuwa inafaa kwa development, ni pesa inafaa nisilipe school fees, ni pesa inafaa nilipie help.
Yeah.
Exactly. So unless sisi to realize our mistakes, politicians hawata realize kwa nini. That's what they need. Even ndo wanataka system ikue. So those people, they are okay.
Okay.
So it's us more than them.
Okay. So, but don't you feel like there's an age gap that is totally viewing things from two different perspectives? Because when you tell this is not to cause a generation or something, when the next generation after the Gen Z, you kwa Gen X.
After Gen Z, Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha. Yeah. What comes after Gen Alpha?
I'm not sure.
Boomers, millennials. Now, there's this to...
After kwenda mbele, after kurudi nyuma. Kurudi nyuma, from Gen Z, millennials and all that.
Millennials.
Yeah. So the young after Gen Z ndio Alpha.
From where I sit, sisi ndo tume decide kuquestion hii norm.
Yes, and I'll tell you two things.
Yeah.
One, tuko educated enough, so we know the things that are happening in the government. For example, our politicians wanasema, hey, you Gen Z don't know about 1, 2, 3, 4. Wamesahau. Tulienjoy free education ya Kibaki.
Yeah.
Most of us walifika campus.
Of course.
Hao wenye walifika campus, they learned a lot. Now, part of learning a lot is how to run a country. Ama how to generate revenue as a nation and how to develop as a nation. People learn that. Now, among those Gen Z, kuna a good percentage of those Gen Z that wame learn about that.
Okay.
So, after sisi tumepata hiyo education, another thing is, wanasema, ukitaka kuja utamia lori panda nyuma.
Wanasema yuko? Wanasema hiyo wapi?
Even ndo inasemekana kwa streets. Ukitaka kuja utamia lori, panda uko nyuma. Why am I saying this? Tuko kwa fix, na ndio maana tumerealize. For example, tukiwa high school hapo, kulikuwa na development, you can feel development. Mtu sahi ukimuuliza, hey, what did Kibaki did Thika Highway without thinking twice?
Yeah.
Kiuliza mtu sahi what did Ruto amefanya nini? Utafanya wewe mtu a scratch head. Hiyo inaonyesha.
Come to think of it, Ruto has done literally nothing.
Yeah. And hiyo ku scratch head, kila mtu ame scratch head. So tumefika point yenye throughout the circumstances of the nation, the lack of development, the lack of proper systems to work, the system as you work properly, I mean. Hiyo imetufanya to question a lot of, mbona tuna graduate like 1 million every academic year and 75% wanakosa jobs. System imeenda hivyo for long, imefika point tumefika tunajiuliza what's wrong. Hiyo what's wrong ndio imefanya sasa tuka question. So ni consequences, yeah?
Yeah.
Consequences of failed systems. Kwa hivyo education na consequences
Yeah.
zimetufanya tukaanza kuquestion.
So do you feel like whatever we're experiencing right now is a consequence of the failures of the generation that was ahead of us that ignored this incoming danger that has now reached us?
You said it perfectly. There's no better way to put it.
Good. Now, speaking of development, do you feel as Kenya and Africa as a whole, sub-Saharan Africa, I mean sub-Saharan excluding Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, and some parts of Morocco, do you feel us as sub-Saharan Africa, we can develop by our own using the resources that we have at our disposal? Is it possible?
Very much. I'll give you an example, yeah?
Yeah.
There's that's what we call primary balance. From 2013 to 2022, those are 10 years of under Uhuru regimes. Ukiangalia what we collected as revenues in 10 years.
From
2013 to 2022, what we collected as revenues amounts to 14.6 trillion.
14.6.
13.3 trillion. 13.3 trillion revenues, yeah? Ordinary revenues and all that, yeah? Our expenditures, that means the money we allocate to counties, civil servant salaries and pensions, those people who need to pay pensions and all that, yeah? Government spending, which is a lot, and we need to talk about that.
Government spending including
government spending include ministries and parastatal, ile pesa inapeana huko kwa ministries and NDS, yeah? Na state agencies. Government spending and development projects. Anything that the government of Kenya pays, that is categorized as expenditures. Everything. Yote ilikuwa ina amount to 14.6 trillion. In 10 years.
So revenue is
13.3 trillion.
And expenditure is 14.6
trillion, yes. Gap yetu inatupatia 1.3 trillion deficit.
Yeah.
Inamaanisha for the past 10 years we were supposed to, kama ni deni, huko kwa nyumba yako, pesa yenye unapata ni let's say 14.6k. I mean pesa umepata ni 13.3k. Yeah? Vitu zote unatumia kwa hiyo nyumba ni 14.6k. Utakopa tu 1.3k, isn't it?
Yeah.
Na ukienda sana maybe 1.5k. Ukuwe na extra.
Yeah, kidogo so mbili.
Kidogo tu, yeah. But you are talking of trillions here. So 1.3 trillion, that is what we were supposed to pay. We had an option. Ndio nakwambia we can support ourselves. For those 10 years, tulikuwa na option ya kusema tusifanye development ya 1.3 trillion. Ndio tusikope. Isn't it?
Yeah.
We were very much correct about, I mean, tulikuwa tunajiweza to that extent.
So ukidivide, I'm giving it roughly per year to say per year, ukidivide, that's about 120 billion, huh?
13.3 trillion in 10 years, that's roughly 1.3.
So 1.3 trillion in 10 years, kuigawanya.
In short, hata tuseme, for example, in 10 years, for example, ka sahi, development yenye tuna expect sahi in this financial year 2025 to 2026, roughly 700 billion, you see?
Development.
Yeah, pesa imetengewa development. Hakuna yenye, of course, tunajua hakuna development tutawana worth that much.
Of course.
But ukiangalia for 700 billion, kama tungekuwa tunatoa 1.3 billion, hiyo ni development ya maybe 2 years pekee.
Yeah.
Na si lazima development. You can decide to look, the government is spending too much to cut on expenses foreign travels. Let's cut on expenses domestic travels.
Of course.
Ile pesa tunapatia MPs is already much enough, yeah?
Yenye nakato huko tuilete ipande ingine.
Exactly. Ndio cover development ya 1.3 alafu tusikope.
Yeah.
So we can sustain ourselves. Alafu another thing, do you know, as you speak, I mean Kenya is categorized as a merchant economy. A merchant economy, it means we are not depending on minerals.
Yet we have them.
Thank you, yes. So if we include the minerals into play, na tukaziutilize venye zinafaa, believe you me, hata tukiendea deni, itakuwa a very little amount.
Do you believe in the excuse that we are exporting minerals And I mean things like crude oil. That was happening, of course, ile imestop kidogo. Things like crude oil, rare the minerals, rare the metals. Do you believe we are exporting them because we lack the capacity to develop our own industries that can process it and export it as a finished product?
Tunaweza zifanyisha kama tunaweza zileta to a finished product na for the next president who's coming, I think that's one of the biggest thing he should address. Why am I saying so? We need money as a country. Why? For example, in 2030 tuko na loan ya $3 billion yenye tunafaa kulipa in 2030. So the next president,
$3 billion, that's about
let's say
328
I guess 390
billion.
I guess
Kenya shillings.
Sasa iko around 120 ama.
I think iko 128, 129.
Yeah. So for every 100 eka 20 itakuwa 60. Yeah, around that.
Borrowed from who?
Okay. You see, on 2024 tulienda maandamano because taxes zimekuwa mingi. Those taxes zilikuwa mingi because of debt yenye tulichukua 2014.
Two as in Kenya.
Yeah, debt ya Kenya yenye tulichukua 2014 yenye ilikuwa imachua 10 years.
Okay.
Na hii deni tunaongelea ni ile Eurobond fulani yenye Uhuru alichukua.
So Uhuru ni walichukua?
Yes.
For the sake of Kenya, on our behalf?
On our behalf.
Good.
And by the way tunafaa tuongele loans in details kwa sababu I really want us to check on the loopholes that are there in our constitutions.
Okay.
In our constitution, that is, yenye itafanya inatumess na loans. So there are loopholes that are there.
Okay.
We need to fix as Gen Zs. Why we need to fix? The next generation isiende kwa streets kama sisi. Yeah. Kwa sababu I have this dream yenye as Gen Zs tumepiga maandamano and all that for 2 years and we are still pressing on.
Okay.
We should not give up wakati hakuna substantial results. In this sense, should we do something yenye hata watoto wetu itaandika kwa history books yenye after Gen Z did this, Kenya iliachana na shida ya debt trapped forever. Hii kitu itakuwa kwa kitabu, Gen Z wata realize it's because that so ama my grandfather so and so did this and this, akaingia kwa streets 2025 na wakasolve economically vizi. You see? So yes, Uhuru alichukua deni yetu on behalf of Kenyans. By the way, funny enough, hii ndio deni mingi sana tushaipewa as a country. Hakuna deni ingine tushaipewa mingi as this.
Ni ile Eurobond?
Yes, Eurobond ya $2 billion.
Eurobond ilitoka kwa nani?
Eurobond ilitoka, siko sure ni kwa Citigroup ama ni kwa JP Morgan, either of those two.
Okay.
Yeah. So after hiyo Eurobond ilitoka tukalipa, it was $2 billion, yeah. Tukalipa 600 million yenye ilikuwa deni ya Kibaki.
600 million?
Yeah.
Kenya shillings or
in dollars?
600 million, okay.
Ikabaki
1.4.
Something tuseme hapo around 300 juu ya transaction charges and all that.
Okay.
300 ililetwa Kenya. But from ilifika after iland kwa consolidated account pale kwa haijulikani venye ilienda. So Uhuru knows where the money went. The other 1 billion, all of it ikapelekwa wapi? Dubai. To an offshore account. So say 2024 tulikuwa tunalia tax kwa sababu gani? 1.3 billion hazikuingia kwa economy directly. Zingekuwa zimeingia kwa economy directly, zingekuwa zimegenerate pesa ya kulipa ido.
Of course.
But juu haikuingia kwa economy directly, ilibidi tuitoe kwa mfuko yetu. So sisi tulipoenda kwa streets, Ruto akaamua, sawa wameamua mtaki finance bill, it's okay.
Okay.
Ruto alienda akachukua deni nyingine. You see, akakuja kulipa
deni nyingine.
Thank you. Na as we speak sahi, deni mengi zenye tunachukua, that's what they are doing. Na as we speak sahi, unless we find something in it to solve our economic problems, a third of our budget goes to public debt repayment. A third of our budget. Do you know how much is that? Our budget is 4.2 trillion hapo.
Majority of these debts never reflect to our economy.
Yes, and that's where we need to solve. we have solutions as Gen Z. Ni venye tupati avenues like this to express them, but we have those solutions. Ruto aseme, you don't offer solutions or what? No.
You know what I think? They are ignoring our solutions because they are part of the problem, and our solutions demand they as the part of the problems. Of course, the only logical way to approach this matter is them going to jail or kusema waliweka wapi ido.
Okay, let me give you another analogy, by the way. Assume when your president next. Let me give you this. Ukiamua kuendea Ruto for madeni yenye amechukua unconstitutionally ama madeni yenye amechukua haijafanya kazi ilikuwa inatakiwa. These people are the 1% of this nation. Juu tukiendea Ruto tunafaa tuende Uhuru and their cronies akina Murkomen akina those people who are benefiting, the contractors.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about the contractors in detail later. Tukiendea Ruto, tukiendea tabidi tuende Uhuru. Okay? Na mostly tutaendea hawa si walikuwa wanafanya kazi na wao. Most John ndio wamekula hiyo pesa.
Of course, because I think I remember in the Eurobond that was taken, and also some loans that were taken from IMF and never reflected in our accounts. It's some people in the treasury.
Thank you. Yes, some people in the treasury.
And some people
in
also in the central bank, and some people also in the IMF side.
Yes.
Who are allowing
and
these
other
loans.
People in the ministries, other ministries as well. Juu kama deni imekuja kwa treasury, kwa national treasury, but ilikuwa inafaa kwenda kwa roads. Tutakula hadi na mtu wa roads.
Of course, asiseme hakupata.
Yeah, tutakula kwa ikienda kwa electric. By the way, funny enough, IMF and World Bank have this design of giving us debts. Mostly ukiangalia debts mingi zetu za IMF na World Bank, they are for electricity projects, road infrastructure, and water or irrigation. If I tell you the truth, they come to a president with a fun economic model, they'll watachukua people from Harvard, people from Oxford, people from London School of Business. Create for me an economic model. Sio lazima ifanye kazi. It shouldn't be functional. But make that president believe. Tukicreate barabara ya expressway, for example, it inject 50 billion to the Kenyan economy every year.
Injecting from within?
Yes, like maybe itafungua biashara and all that. You see? They exaggerate everything. And most of the times that economic model doesn't work. But you can't question kwa nini. Iko na maths kama 5 pages of the book. Ni nani kwa treasury ataulizia hii maths. So, yeah, the president will say yes.
Now, this is also another thing I've been looking at. Should we completely agree that we are educated enough, even though the education we are receiving is to keep us circling back to the same, it's like a dog chasing its tail, such that the hypotheses have been formed about how economy should work. The maths have been created, the graphs have been created, how this and this are related, and how this should spike because of this, and this has been done here. Should we say that our education is also corrupted to keep us in the same cycle over and over again?
100%. 100%. Now, my opinion is tunafaa kuchange a lot about our education. A lot. Like a lot. We do away with everything and to come back to the drawing board.
In doing percentage, what's the percentage you say of
150%?
150. So,
the teachers need to be retrained.
Oh, I completely agree. Yeah.
So, I'll give you one thing. Unaona, for Kibaki to be a president, Kibaki had these people, this is what we call the political source of debt. Yeah? How, venye debt ina to mess, but the political responsibility of it. When Kibaki wanted to be a president, people wenye walimsponsor ni bankers. Some people say the Kikuyu mafia, for the lack of a better word. Yeah? common mwananchi was somewhere close to where we are right now, by the way. Economically, we were struggling. But not as we are today. We are struggling vibaya. Actually, my stats say, nikifanya research, our poverty today is at the standards where we were in 2005.
Shit.
Our poverty levels today. That means tuko more broke today more than we were during COVID-19. See how bad we are. I'll give you this example, yeah? The government normally uses statistics. And if you're a government person, utatafuta statistics to favor, isn't it?
Of course, let us agree that sometimes even these statistics are cooked.
Yes and no, but okay. So, for inflation, tumekuwa tukicheza 3.78, 3.9, 3.5. Tuseme hii mwaka mzima. But ukiangalia kwa inflation, for example, yeah? Ukiangalia, kwa nini watu struggle sana? Watu struggle sana according to kama prices of food ziko so high. For example, prices of food zikiwa so high, prices of fuel zikiwa so high, hiyo economy ni mbaya. Why? Almost 100% of the population will need food. 90 to 95% of the economy will want to use fuel in one way or the other, either kerosene, petrol or diesel.
Yeah.
You see? So, wakisema inflation iko low, this is what they mean. They have taken core inflation of food and fuel plus another inflation of, for example, in Kenya, we have this, an inflation basket. An inflation basket has 300 goods. And at, around 30 of the goods are foodstuffs, yeah?
Yeah.
So ukicompare foodstuffs na non-foodstuffs kwa inflation, foodstuffs ziko way higher, relatively higher compared to non-foodstuffs.
What is making our food more expensive?
What is making our food more expensive is simple. Two things. Naweza sema one, hata ni three things. One, government mbaya.
Yeah.
Poor governance. Actually, two, in World Bank, they have this clause. For, by the way, Matiang'i comes from the World Bank and will never tell you this. Do you know why he'll never tell you this? Matiang'i will never tell you this because he wants the status quo to continue. Not because he wants, because the masters want it to continue.
Who are the masters?
The World Bank. But then do you know the president of World Bank is appointed by the president of the United States?
Oh, interesting.
Selected. Should I say selected instead of appointed? Selected. So, since the World Bank was formed to date, the World Bank is serving the interests of the United States. Okay? So, huyu president akichagua president wa World Bank, anajua mandate zake ni to make sure American industries make money as much as possible.
Yeah.
Hata kama tutakupatia deni, we know what we are doing. We want American. So, World Bank has this clause. Yeah? World Bank has this clause yenye, for developing nations,
Yeah.
they should produce for agriculture. They should produce for export, not for
sustainability.
Yes, ama food security.
Allah.
And see by they know. In case of Kenya, for example, mtoke kwa njia msiendane na USA and all that. It will be so easy for USA to get you back in line. Why? Sanctions.
They control us, our exports.
So let me give you a simple, funny thing, yeah? The top things we import are cereals. After cereals, we have, is it petrol?
Yeah.
I mean the fuel, plastics, and medicines. Ukiangalia medicine, cereals, these na fuel, these unaweza sema ni vitu essential kwa economy.
Of course, very needed.
So in case of anything, they'll block with sanctions. Na even tutaumia. So itabidi tumenyenyekea kwao. So see by mistake the World Bank is doing that. Yeah. So for example, do you know that we export like 92% of the rice we consume in Kenya? rice is a staple. And by the way, before rice, maize had to produce enough the way we consume. Before then tulikuwa tuna produce 80%, but by good luck tumekuwa na good weather conditions, rainfall and all that. So tumefikisha at least 97% of our consumption.
97% of
local production of maize. Tunafikisha hapo at least hiyo. Another staple ni rice. Tuna import 92% of our rice consumption. That is roughly 66 billion worth of imports. Ndio maana nasema kuna poor governance, because as a president ukiamua every year una save hata una cut on those imports. Unaweza save hata 30 billion a year. Now we can. Another thing ni wheat. Niliona juzi president akijipiga picha kwa the wheat plantation. We import 80 to 85% of our wheat, roughly 55 billion worth of imports.
How much?
55 billion, so that is 80 to 85%
on just wheat.
Of the wheat we consume.
Ini inatoka Ukraine.
Wheat inatoka Ukraine na Russia.
Okay.
Yes, most of our wheat inatoka Ukraine na Russia.
Interesting.
Yes. So World Bank hawafanyi bahati mbaya. They know what they are doing.
Okay.
For agricultural reforms, we can do them. It's easy. Tukifika hiyo part nitakuelezea we can do it, because why? Ethiopia is doing it. Ethiopia was once the largest importer of wheat in Africa. Right now Ethiopia is almost exporting.
Okay, washarudisha scale chini.
Yes, they know what. Simple. This government can create enough money. Na si through deni. Through cutting national spending. I mean government spending. Tunaweza create agricultural processing zones. Ama agricultural industrial zones.
Because all the conversation I'm hearing about industries, they all circle to sijui sugar cane, nini.
By the way, we import a lot of sugar too. Yes.
Then why the hell are we closing our industries, our Mumias and Muhoro?
Poor governance. I'll tell you this, yeah? You are Ruto. Yeah, sindio?
Yeah.
Umeenda pale kwa Museveni akwambia,
Wait, umesema Mruto ama? Okay, I understand. Nimekupata.
Umeenda pale, let's not use Museveni. Let's use another country, yeah? This country, let's say Mozambique. Our money value is good. Unajua ukiwa politically exposed person, hao ni akina Ruto and all that. Akina Uhuru, akina Matiangi, politically exposed people.
They call them PEPs, huh?
Yes. Ukiwa those people, haukosi hata 50 million at your disposal.
Yeah.
50 million, tuseme hata uende around hapa Uganda, uende hapo Ruwenzori Mountains. Around there, unaweza get a good land, a very good land na ulipia wase.
Yeah.
You see? So, instead of government, iweke favorable terms so that kukuwe na Sony Sugar, Mumias Sugar function, government itaenda ipitishe excessive punitive taxes.
So could this be that we are taking loans that come with of course the terms of and the conditions that we shouldn't be planting these crops, and
this is purely about food exports. It's purely poor governance.
Yeah.
Not terms and conditions. Kwa sababu Ethiopia is reversing that, na nijua likaa chini waka realize the population they have na how much food security is by the way, badala hata pesa ifike kwa mkono ya kila mtu. Food ni important.
Of course.
Food ni important. So this is purely poor governance. Ndio nilikuwa nakuelezea. Huyu Ruto akienda ama whatever the political PEP person akienda akiona hiyo pesa akiinvest another country apate enough wheat ama rice. You see? Ama let's stick to sugar. Naweza import sugar Kenya juu ya lower cost of production wapi? Uganda and elsewhere.
Or cheap labor taxes.
Cheap labor. Value ya pesa iko juu and all that. Then ni kuja na hii ndio hii sukari inunulike Kenya. Mimi nalipa ma politicians kama mimi ni president na si lazima nikuwe so long as niko kiwango fit, tunapitisha punitive taxes zenye zinaharibu nini so ni sugar local manufacturers. These punitive taxes zikiharibu local manufacturers si lazima hata iendeni, tunaweza make sure hii sugar iko very expensive. Wewe kama Mkenya sasa ukienda upate sugar ya kilo moja inauzwa 200 na ingine so which one will you take? The 100 one. Ukiwa ujui you're killing your industry, na si wewe kupenda kwako, ni politician and make it hivyo makusudi. So after Mumias sugar imeenda hasara ya 2 quarters 6 months
nafunga.
Yes, exactly. Lakini kumbuka ile pesa ya Mumias ilikuwa inapatia 2000 workers uko Mumias, ilikuwa inawalisha but imeenda kwa mtu mmoja. So that's where I was getting back to this thing. Ukiona tukisema tushike Ruto tutakuwa tunajiweka kwa just hear me out, tutakuwa tunajiweka kwa mess in one way. Ruto the PP nilikuwa naangalia the 1% in Kenya, including hao ndio hao kina PPs, akina Ruto, akina Uhuru, akina whatever, hao ndio PPs. The 1% of Kenya own the same amount of wealth equal to the 90% of the rest of Kenyans.
So sisi tukichanga do yote yetu,
yes,
tunafikia
the poorest 90% of Kenyans. The poorest 90% wako na equal amount of money ama wealth, let's say wealth, assets and all that, to compare ninio na 1% of Kenya, of the Kenyan people. So why am I getting this? Tukishika Ruto, Ruto anaweza amua Ruto plus the PPs wenzake ama the 1% wenzake juu wamekuwa kula pamoja, wanaweza amua kusabotage economy. The repercussions of them sabotaging economy will be worse,
felt by us.
Yes, na even further. So in my own opinion, we have alternative methods of doing this, na tusiwasumbue ndio wasitusumbue. You see, but for example vitu kama hizo punitive taxes tunaweza kuzitoa, tuambie aje. For example, kwa nini most of the rice tuna import? Hiyo ndio swali inaanza kuja hapo, kwa sababu kuna watu wanakulia. So tunaweza waambia you the top 5 importers wa rice, hatuwatoi kwa mix. Ile pesa mnatumia kuimport, crowdfund, tuende Mwea irrigation scheme. Kuna kitu inaitwa cluster farming inafanywa na Ethiopians. These small scale farmers tuwapatie either kama kuna land yao watumie, then how top 5 importers pesa yao itumike sisi kama government, for example I'm the president at that time, subsidize fertilizer. Waeke na kando na kusubsidize fertilizers, as a government pia nafaa ku make sure nimetafuta seed ya rice yenye iko na high yield, na pia inaangalia climatic conditions na disease conditions za hiyo mchanga iko pale.
Of course there is money to do all this research, sindio?
So hiyo ni government inaweza mninio. Then the private investors badala wa import wanaweza amsha mamila za rice na nini huko. Na pia wanaweza amsha factory huko. Kando na ile small scale farmers wako na pia wanunue mashamba huko. You see? Waajiri wa Kenya huko. By the way, through rice alone, tunaweza ingiza 100,000 people in jobs through rice alone,
instead of
importing.
How many has this guy Alfred Mutua? How many people has he taken to ni cheki anatafutia watu job
maju? By the way, sikufuatilia juu that's bullshit.
Of course it is.
Yes, sikufuatilia, that's bullshit. Alafu another reason, by the way, we need to get this to drain the swamp. We are heading to the 4th industrial revolution. Let me ask you, for example, Trump uliona Trump akienda Dubai, United Arab Emirates huko. Trump did go with the ministers.
He went alone?
No, he went with the CEO of these tech companies. He went with akina CEO wa Nvidia, CEO wa sijui huyu Peter Thiel wa sijui CEO sijui pia wa Facebook. These tech companies, alikuwa na tech companies kibao ameenda na wao. Si mjinga. As Kenyans, by the way, as Kenyans, tuliachwa nyuma of the first industrial revolution. Wakati wa cotton and all that, tuliachwa. hatu capitalize. Second industrial revolution ikakuja ya kutengeneza magari and all that, hatuna industry ya magari or what not. By the way,
but the funny thing is this raw material is coming from here. We have it here.
thank you. But tuliachwa nyuma because of poor governance.
I don't think it only lies on poor governance, but what they call sabotage. Ensuring, in as much as you guys are producing, that should just remain your role. Producing for us to...
You can decide, you can also decide, look, for example, by the way ni poor governance, I'll tell you this. Why? China sahi ina compete. By the way, China unajua ina compete na USA on everything. Na in reality, China ina outpace USA. For example,
I say maybe even USA is competing with China.
Yes. For example, the latest Huawei, the iOS of Huawei is better than the latest iPhone iOS. Na unajua how did this come about? Transitioning pole pole.
There was a time Huawei ilikuwa banned USA.
Na hiyo ndio ikakuwa one of the reasons. But transitioning pole pole. China hawakuwa na industries as they have now. Ni nini waliwafanya sahii wana produce more than even America? Why? Good governance. Wali transition pole pole. Fanya aje, sisi hatuwezi produce na tuko na cheap labor and all that, yeah? Kuja tutakupatia incentives. Fuata kama it's a capitalistic society. Hao watu wako na njia ya profits.
China, eh?
USA and all that.
Of course, I'd say
njia ya profits. Kujeni muestablish companies hapa. Usha establish companies hapa in China, you'll get more profits because of cheap of labor na access to raw materials. For example, most of the companies zenye zilienda China ni companies zenye zinahitaji semiconductors zenye ziko Taiwan. So you can...
Do you know where they are getting all this from? In terms of semiconductors, I'd say inatengenezwa na tantalum, which has coltan.
Yeah.
Coltan? Coltan is found hapa Mbere. Hapa Embu.
Yes. By the way, umenikumbusha. Do you know that Kenya after walifanya ile GOS survey, by the way hiyo pia tulichukua kama loan.
Ile
minerals.
Ilikuwa funded by Exim Bank of China.
Ni kama tulikata hiyo loan tukaendea USA.
How much was it? 700 billion?
Yeah, something close to that, I guess. Tulikata hiyo loan, ni kama tukaiendea USA. Tulipoendea USA, USA did wakapata new minerals zenye hazijaipatikana. Okay, zilikuwa zishapatikana but hazikuwa disclosed. You see, coltan was one of them. Cobalt was another one. Na pia walikuwa wanataka rare earth, but hiyo ilikuwa ishakuwa disclosed.
Yeah.
Do you know? Hawakutuambia penye coltan iko.
Wameficha documents.
Thank you. Si bahati mbaya. They know what they're doing. Na ndio maana, if you observed, the first person mwenye alimit Joe si ndio after CS shuffling.
Yeah.
The first person mwenye alimit Joe ni nani? This US ambassador.
Meg Whiteman.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
After Meg Whiteman, before Meg Whiteman atolewe na Trump atolewe, tulipitisha water privatization bill. Do you know why? What in every industry yenye na produce cobalt inatumia
a lot of water.
Yes. In this sense, kama hiyo cobalt iko Meru ama huko saiza Embu, nilikuwa naangalia geographical properties za place yenye cobalt inapatikana in other different areas, ndio nikuwe nitafute similarities in Kenya, yeah? Ilikuwa around Meru and Embu huko, yeah?
Yeah.
Kama kuna ile river inapita around there, believe you me, watu wa hiyo mtaa watakosa hiyo maji. Alafu watapeleka kesi kotini. Do you know what they will be told? Water privatization bill.
Emergency, you know.
Yeah.
And water is life.
Yeah, mlishapitisha. Na ndio ujue, this thing is very connected. They have this NW agenda yenye wanataka maji isikuwe a free human right anymore.
New world order, eh?
Yeah. But inakuja very slowly, but by 2050 itakuwa reached. Na by the way, that's another thing we should, if you are looking for a genuine president to lead this country, by the way, that new world order is really messing us.
Okay, I think the conversation imeshifti sana. We were on Matiang'i. Matiang'i, World Bank enemy of Kenya.
Okay, so let's say this, yeah? Tukifanya, we should do any mistake we can in this country, but we should not elect Matiang'i. For one reason. Matiang'i is in the side of oppressors. Not even the government oppressors. Those who are making the government to oppress us.
Enemies of Kenya.
Yes. I'll tell you this. For example, assume Matiang'i amekuja Kenya. Piga campaign. Buy all opposition politicians. In your thinking, do you think Matiang'i has money to buy all those politicians?
How much is he worth right now?
I don't know, but maybe...
I think he said 4 billion or something.
Roughly.
Where did he get 4 billion from? A professor.
Let's say he has that 4 billion. Matiang'i doesn't have money to pay Rigiji. Actually, let me sasa get back to something hapo nyuma kidogo. Nilikuwa nakwambia Kibaki was funded by bankers, the Kikuyu mafia, na tulikuwa kwa economy problems, but not as much as we are right now. Sawa. After that, kumbuka after Kibaki alikuwa presidential candidate, ndio tulianza kusikia bank zimefungua mashinani.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Equity
bank
zikiingia
hadi mashinani and all that. After bank kuingia mashinani ilikuwa inamaanisha nini? Access to capital. And that's where we got... And that's where happen tukaanza ku grow economically and all that. I'll tell you a funny thing. Uhuru was poached by Chinese. Chinese already knew Uhuru will be a presidential candidate and a good one.
When was that?
When he was CS of finance. Chinese knew. Na ukiangalia deni zetu na China, zilianza kuskyrocket hapo. Ndio nitakwambia how Ruto became our president. So after CS of finance, China favored Uhuru for a little while. Now when Uhuru became president, do you know for the past 10 years Uhuru became president, China became our largest lender. Bilateral debts.
By lending, we should also look at what they were taking in return.
Yes. China became our biggest lenders. Hiyo ili threaten US sana. Yeah. Another thing, Uhuru pia, people who financed him were the bankers, the same bankers who supported Kibaki. He himself is a contractor, and other contractors are these people in government. They don't care about your economy. They care about making money from your government.
Okay.
Should I say Wanjigi? But no. Let me say these people, how I give a fuck about. For example, SGR. SGR was around 50. Wanjigi was saying it was 50 billion. Alileta hiyo contract ya mwenyewe. Around 50 billion.
Kazi yake ni kusource
huyu ni mtu akona network na akona access to capital. Na akona network ya wase wafiti. Anaweza kuletea project, akwambia itakuletea hii pesa, venye nilikuwa nakwambia pia World Bank anaweza fanya.
So nani anampatia cut, mwenye ameletewa ama mwenye ameleta?
Si hata yeye akipiga. Okay, anaweza kula both. Actually in Kenya unaweza kula both. Wale watu umewacontractia deal huko ikakubalika, watakupatia cut yako. But as a Kenya bado utakuwa contractor, utaingilia hapo ndani. By the way, our budgeted corruption, that's how it's formed. Contractors, these are people don't give a fuck about the economy. So long as you give me a contract, sitaki kujua mnaenda loss or not. Mimi nataka kulia. Na ningependa tuongele budgeted corruption, you see. So ama acha nigusie kiasi. For example, in roads, Uhuru came in 2013. Akapata Kibaki was making road with 15 million per kilometer. 51 million per kilometer.
51 million
per kilometer.
Roads are so damn expensive, man.
So let me tell you something. Mzee Uhuru alipofika.
How much do you think the actual value is?
Nimekuwa nikiangalia comparison, so siwezi sema, I can't give an exact figure there.
Mimi I'd say jafika nusu ya hiyo.
Actually hata mimi naweza sema hivyo. But do you know how much Uhuru was in the first year? 96 million. That was average, 96 million per kilometer. Why? Tuseme hata kuna inflation. From 51 hata kuna inflation haifai kufika 60 million per kilometer.
Hiyo ni kama 100%.
Na ilikuwa ni 90 something percent, 96 something there percent. Increase, on average. Mind you, Uhuru ni mwenye amecreate, alibuild 3,000 and almost 3,200 kilometers. So in his big 4 agendas alikuwa anajua kwa road project hapo ndio nitaregesha pesa ya.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Funny enough, that was the first 2013 to 2017. Can you guess 2018 to 2020? Hebu guess alikuwa anatumia ngapi per kilometer on average?
Nikiangalia nja yake, let's say 115, 120.
Okay, yes.
How much?
But naweza kuambia kuna roads more than 50. Actually, kuna roads more than 50 zilitumia 300 million per kilometer. Yes. Funny enough, kuna road ilitumia 1 billion per kilometer.
Hiyo ni wapi? State House?
Ilikuwa no, Kisumu, sijui where to Kisumu airport. I'll tell you when we go to budgeted corruption details. Yeah. So contractors are those kind of people. Tulete deal, we will eat. By the way, and this is the loopholes nakwambia. Budgeted corruption is a big loophole. Na hakuna presidential candidate will tell you. Do you know why? Wewe ni president, unataka kukulia, kuregesha pesa yako. Do you tell these people, hivi ndio sisi tunakula, through budgeted corruption, we inflate costs. Unafikiri you will tell those people that way? No. Juu mimi nimekuja niwapea tao mbili mtokee. Pia mimi nataka kuregesha. So hawa watu si wajinga, na si ati wanachukiana. Hata Rigathi Gachagua knows. Matiang'i knows, has been in government, but they will never tell you such things.
So in as much as they all hate each other, there's a certain level they all meet. Yes.
Okay. These are people who want to become the 1%. Now they'll remain there. Now wanajua, the only way for them to remain there ni kama nyinyi hamtatoka out of poverty. Yeah. So for this political thing to continue to exist, ni lazima Kenyans stay in poverty. Ndio mimi nikikuletea tao ya kuja kwa maandamano.
Unasema umenisaidia sana.
Thank you. I mean, tao ya kuja kwa the campaign utaiendea. So huyu mtu unamlaumu, but ukiingia kwa kiatu yake unaangalia yenyewe alikuwa anahitaji ile ta. Yes, that's how they unless ndio nimekuambia, these are the political these are the loopholes that we need to close. For example, Ruto. Nimekuambia pale Kibaki Uhuru alichukuliwa na China. USA felt threatened.
Of course they did.
Kenya is benefiting China. Juu hata wao wamekuwa kicheza the same game. So, what do we need? We need us to get back to the... Juu, by the way, Kenya has been a puppet, for the lack of a better word, let me say a puppet of the USA since Moi's era.
I think it's even way past Moi's era. Because when you look at history, not the history you are, not the bullshit you are taught in school. I mean the real history. Jomo Kenyatta
was under the British more.
Yeah.
Jomo Kenyatta was favoring the British. But Moi was ukiangalia, by the way, ukiangalia ile trip Moi alipiga huko US, aliwelkamiwa kama king kwa White House. Si bahati mbaya. They were taking it from, walikuwa wanaonyesha MI6. Tulikuwa tunawajaribu na Tomboya, our CIA asset. But didn't work. But sahi, we got you. By the balls, I mean. So hamwezi fanya anything. So from Moi, tumeishi kukuwa under USA, all that, until imefika wakati wa Uhuru. Then, the USA decided, okay, should we finance Ruto? I'll give you this. Tell me one reason all these, should I say Kikuyu politicians, these watu wa Murima, the Dinyoros, the likes of Kimani Chungwa, the likes of Rigathi Gachagua, for them to denounce their own person.
Where do these people get so much money from? They have no industries, they have no...
That's where we are heading. For them to denounce their own person, their own blood, their own brother from their own community. Unakumbuka hadi Uhuru alikuwa anawekea kesi kotini. But our defect, why? Because they were paid. They were paid, and Uhuru haingeweza fika bei. Do you think Ruto had that money to pay you? For example, mtu kama Moses Kuria, unafikiri unaweza mpea pesa ngapi ndio asaid by you? Roughly 10 million monthly, is it? So that's just Moses Kuria. Assume Rigathi Gachagua, Kindiki, who else? Akina Ndedinyoro, Kishungwa, akina Muturi. Those people, for you to back you, hata kama kuna kesi kotini, you're giving them around 10M per month daily. So that mimi nikienda campaign for nisitumie pesa yangu, niko natumia yenye Ruto ananipe. Ruto hakuwa na hii pesa. Hii pesa ilikuwa ni ya USA.
So you're self-funded, Ruto.
Thank you. You got the point. You're self-funded, Ruto. If you realized, after Ruto immediately alipita, alikuwa apishwa. Do you know it took him 2 months kutoa kucha kuonyesha you're self-funded? For example, kwa kampeni ya Ruto shesikia akisema kuhusu GMO. Why? Hakusema GMO, but in 2 months after.
Oh, he started whispering it proper.
Alisema, hata siku make sure the parliament imepitisha GMO so that Kenya ina accept GMO. Why? The Syngentas, the Monsanto were sponsoring him with the money for campaigns. They need si kwa bahati mbaya. Na ukifollow up.
Let's talk about GMO. GMO, does it mean it's a seed that cannot be replanted again once it has...
Okay, GMO it's just modified. Na in most cases, huwezi replant again.
Huwezi replant. So you have to go back again and get another
buy that seed from them, yes, again. But the GMO, about GMOs, GMOs imetoka kwa mess. I'll tell you this, there is an epidemic Kenya hakuna mtu anaongelea. Do you know we lose about 250,000 people every year due to cancer? Funny enough, nikikwambia kuna mtu anaongelea, and anyone who needs to be a presidential candidate should talk about this. That's around 19% of all the deaths in Kenya. But let's come to the Gen Zs and the millennials.
Yeah.
Age ya 19, nataka ugeti vizuri, age ya 19 to age 40. Those are the people who are the most victims of cancer deaths. Do you know no one is talking about this?
Yeah, they are the most productive ones.
Actually, that age group, cancer is number 2 or number 3. Cause of deaths, number 2 or number 3. After nisijui pneumonia. So, you see, cancer. GMO is contributing to cancer. Umewahi observe, unasikia mtu uko shamakoko ama uko ndani kabisa, alishikwa na cancer, unafikiri aje?
Ilifika aje?
Thank you. The GMO seed, for example, do you know that kuna mahindi ilitumika huko Argentina in the 1960s and 1970s. Ika cause a lot of cancer rates, spike in cancer rates. After waka realize ni GMO wakaiban. Do you know the same mahindi ilikuja Kenya? Kenya, South Africa, and other countries. And hiyo process imeendelea hadi leo.
I think I also had the same thing in Chile.
Yeah, it was South American countries jo iko Argentina pekee. You see?
Damn,
So, this cancer problem we need to talk about. And by the way, do you know why I'm saying education need to be reshuffled by 150%? There is, kunaweza kuwa na cure of cancer. Like legit cure. Kunaweza kuwa. I have a document.
Because essentially, cancer is just cells eating each other. One cell has gone rogue and, starts attacking other cells. Indio?
Yes, na mostly inakuja through anaerobic respiration. That's how the only cancer cells survive, through anaerobic respiration. So, I have a document yenye naweza kuonyesha, even people with stage 4 cancer, imerudi chini, hadi imekuwa undetectable. Not healed, but the tumor imerudi very minimal. You see? Even stage 4 cancer. By the way, unajua hiyo dawa inatumika sahi kwa wanyama.
Why is it
ilikuwa inatumika kwa wanyama, hata wewe ukinunua utaiandia agrovet ama veterinary.
Okay.
Yeah. So
dawa gani?
I'll tell you ni venye hiyo jina imeni, but it's a parasitic, na si moja ni mbili, na unaichanganya with lower doses or even no. Juu nitakupatia ka more than 60 to 70 cases watu wenye wako na wanakuambia our cancer rate is just because of this medicine. You see?
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll go about that later.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we for whoever wants to be our president next should also tackle about cancer in youths. Because if this thing is the number 3 killer, we need to talk about it in detail. It's an epidemic. Sema tu iongelewi, but it is an epidemic.
But what do you think about the healthcare? Shida iko wapi?
Nice one. That's a good question. By the way, the healthcare, tuko na shida mingi sana. But
what do you think about the system, the 104 billion?
Okay, I'll tell you this. The 104 billion can give us a system and will not only integrate healthcare systems pekee. That system is a digitalized system and it make sure, what do we call, hospitals, pharmacies, claims inakuwa make the SHIF nini, so that everything in any healthcare system in
Inaweza
Kenya
kuwa integrated to one specific.
But that 104 billion ikispendiwa vizuri, tunaweza kuwa na system yenye every institution of Kenya, every ministry in Kenya inaweza ku integrated that. Why am I saying so? Estonia has something called, by the way, Estonia is the government in nikitafuta solutions about SHIF, ndio nilikuja realize about Estonia. Estonia ndio government yenye in this world imeenda digital, like it's way ahead of every country.
Even China?
Way ahead. Yeah? In terms of integrating government functions into the digital system, yeah? So Estonia has this thing called X-Road. X-Road, it's a ni system yenye all Ministry of Government report and all that, yeah? Na pia hiyo X-Road ina include pia healthcare system. Na ili cost almost roughly around that much. With a little bit excess ya pesa, but around hiyo 104 billion. But let me tell you this. I think for us to have a solution about healthcare, we need like another topic, 1 hour. But roughly, the biggest mistake tuko nayo kwa SHIF, but the SHIF system, not being kupendelea mtu ama nini, nikikuwa very honest, SHIF system, the system itself is a very good system, very good system. But the people managing it ndio wanaiharibu. So one of the biggest problem ni underfunding. It's underfunded.
Is it underfunded or is it
it's underfunded?
Ama ni pesa inaekwa lakini ifiki.
Okay, that's another thing. Pesa inaekwa na inakuliwa, but tuseme hata ingekuwa ikuliwe, it's still underfunded. Yeah, it's still underfunded in this sense. SHIF tunahitaji kuinvest more than 250 billion, but we are not investing that much. So I'll tell you this, solution ya ku fund SHIF, this is the solution I've thought. In my own thinking, in my own research, kwa napiga mahesabu, do you know in SHIF, normal delivery, utalipiwa around, wewe, an ordinary citizen, normal delivery, atalipiwa around, ilikuwa sijui ni 1,500 hapo. Na ilikuwa ni 1,000 ama 4,500. Na MP, I guess ni 1,500. Na MP, analipiwa 7,500. Sawa? Kwa CS delivery, the same SHIF. Kwa CS delivery, Mkenya atalipiwa around 17K. A politician, funny enough, analipiwa 400K.
Kuna moja anazaa twins.
Exactly. Sasa hapo ndio tunafaa tujiulize. So that's how SHIF we need to solve. So and for us to fund SHIF, we need two things. Nilikuwa naangalia why in Scandinavian, by the way, ukiangalia in Scandinavian countries, the Norway, Denmark and Netherlands, this country have the best healthcare system. Unaingia tu kwa hospitali, unatibiwa na unaishia.
Ile ukatwa directly kwa salo,
Yeah.
Na si mingi.
Okay. I'll tell you this, by the way. In Scandinavian countries, wanakatwa tax ya healthcare. So Kenya tunakatwa 2.75% of our gross, not even net. Scandinavian countries wanakatwa pesa mingi, but it works. Tell me, wewe ukiwa mgonjwa, unajua ukiwa mgonjwa tu kidogo, ukienda kusema symptoms zako, instead ya daktari assume uko na hiyo ugonjwa juu ya symptoms, kama yuko sure anakupeleka next to go do some checkups on this and this. Unaenda kufanya all checkups zenye umeandikiwa without paying a dime. So kwa wanakatwa tax mingi, but wanaiona ikifanya kazi.
So they can't even complain.
You can't complain. Wewe hata ukisikia tu kichwa imeumwa saa hii, enda. Ukisikia mguu imeenda, utalipa anything. You see?
Yeah.
So, one way to fund SHIF ni kuna hii Federation of Kenya Employees. Defunded SHIF. Federation of Kenya Employees ni employees walikuwa wanasema, due through COVID-19, we don't have this, hatuna pesa ya kufund hatuna pesa ya match the contribution of the employee. But believe you me, in most of the developed nations, the employer matches exactly the contribution being paid by the employee. That means mimi employee nikichangia 2.7% of my gross, kama inafika 5,000 tuseme, pia employer anafaa anitolee 5,000. Yeye ni social responsibility kwake, part of CSR yake.
Okay.
You see? But Federation of Kenya ndio maana mimi ujam especially nikisikia mtu ni presidential candidate ama akisema I'll talk with the manufacturers tuone venye tutasaidia. These motherfuckers don't care about us, they care about their profits. So kitu kama kucontribute na social care fund like healthcare, hawatakwambia wewe unajua tunaweza match tu, hawezi kwambia, because they want to maximize their funds. As a president you should be bold enough to have these ideas. Waambie we need this. Na hawezi kata USA is doing it, Germany is doing it, Scandinavian countries is doing it, Tokyo is doing it. You see, yani these countries are doing it. So mimi naweza sema the next president, this is what should do. Ongea na employers wa match contribution. Okay? Si ati wataenda profits, wataenda loss. Mbona countries zingine kama USA iko na company ngapi zimeenda loss just because they are matching contributions? No. So match the contributions. Another way of funding fund, nilikuwa nimecheki, tulikuwa tumeongea hii by the way tukikuja. It's about cutting national spending, specifically MPs. By cutting allowances on MPs alone. Allowances, sijasema salaries, tunaweza save 20 billion annually.
Allowances
alone, na si allowances zote by the way. Some tunaweza save 20 billion annually
from just allowances.
MPs na senators pekee. Hatujagusa DCS.
How many MPs do you have in Kenya?
Okay, roughly inakuanga around for 60 ama for 70 something, for 60 ama for 70 hapo.
Senators 47.
Yeah, roughly something.
So that this is like 560 people.
I guess watu wanafika around 474, I guess. Yeah, with my calculation around 474 wote. You see, another thing nikuulize, women representatives. Wamefanyia nini women?
Now, let's be honest. I don't think they were there to do anything.
Exactly. So, kama country inajifinya, for example, venye nimekuambia tuna expect tukuwe tunalipa like 3 billion. But then unajua ile Eurobond fulani ilikuwa ni 2 billion. Ile yenye we had to go to the streets, it was 2 billion. Now imagine 3 billion. Ile 2 billion, everyone felt it. Hadi tukaenda kwa streets. Imagine $3 billion USD. Do you know how much of a burden it is? So, in my own suggestion, kama ningekuwa somewhere close, ningesema, look, let's do away with the women representatives. Let's do away with them. This is something the government can do, we should do. Why? Austerity measures. Tuko in a part where we really need, as a government, we really need to cut our spending because of the debts we have. So austerity measures, one of the austerity measures ni cut salary MPs. And by the way, cutting salary MPs has a ripple effect in this sense. For example, nilikuwa nimecheki, tukicut 30%, Greece did this. Greece walikuwa na debt ratio ya almost 128 in 2009. They had to default. And they were forced, ndio wasiaibishe the European Union. They were forced to cut 30% of the MP salary. To cut 30% of MP salary, watakuwa nalipwa $500,000 basic.
But the Kenyan MPs are some of the most high earning.
Second best paid in the world.
That is something needs to be done. Something needs to be done.
Exactly, something second best paid in the world. So what do we need to do? Tukiwa cut salaries, tuseme tuwakat salaries ya 30%, na tukate these allowances so that to raise 20 billion. Tukiwa kata salaries ya 20%, tutakuwa tuna raise around 30%, tutakuwa tuna raise around 2 billion annually. So ukikata salaries plus tutakuwa ni 22 billion annually. Tuna save. Sawa. Do you know, for example, hata tukate more, iende hata 40%. Do you know, ukidefund kukuwa MP, kama wewe unataka accumulate do kukuwa MP, hautataka kuwa MP.
Of course.
Haina monetary value.
Yeah.
So that means huyu MP hatakuwa na pesa ya kwenda hospitali majuu. Hatakuwa na pesa ya kwenda hospitali gani? KNH.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Kama msi ataenda KNH hospitali na atapeleka mtoto wake not a good private hospital. I mean not a good private school, just a public school. Ama hata kama ni private but not that elite private school.
He also have to make sure this public school is being taken
working.
of.
Yes, he'll also have to make sure shift is working.
Okay.
Hapo ndio anaenda hospitali.
Yeah.
So cutting the salaries of MPs iko na ripple effect kando na kusave peke yake. These people will have to work. That is why in those Scandinavian countries,
Yeah.
MP's salary compared to the average salary haijaachana mbali. The median income of citizen kumaanisha kwa barabara ukiona mtu akona a V8 ama kuendelea,
Yeah.
uko sure most likely CMP.
Yeah.
Is a inventor, is a businessman.
Yeah. Industrialist.
Kama median income naweza drive Toyota, hata MP yuko mbali na
No, yeah. Of course.
You see, they'll have to work.
You know, the thing I'm loving about this conversation is we are not just discussing problems, but solutions.
Exactly. So we have been, by the way, if you observe on the online space, we have been focusing more on complaining.
Yeah.
Ama saying, tuko na shida hapa na pale na pale na pale. Do we ever think about coming with solutions? That's why, for example, ile wakati wa 2024, tuli complain tukaambia Ruto, no taxes. Motherfucker kaenda ikachukua deni. You see? But we need to settle down tumwambie, look, chana na kuendea deni. Kwanza kata salary ya MPs.
Yeah.
Kwanza. Kata ile pesa inaenda. By the way, do you know, Auditor General found that we have 20,000 ghost workers in the government.
20,000?
Sasa, that is around 68 billion in salaries.
Monthly?
I guess that was annually something. Siko sure. Sikuangalia, was it monthly or annually?
Yeah.
I can't really remember, but 68 billion. Let's say ni annually.
68 billion is enough to kushughulikia story ya school. How much averagely public schools? School fee na inafaa kurenja how much?
I'll tell you this, tumepewa, was it around 80 billion in HELB? So ongeza 60 billion. Hiyo 80 billion I account for all, ime underfund HELB. You see? Ime underfund HELB. So 60 billion ongeza kwa HELB juu, that's my calculation. By the way, ukiona hii pesa nikicalculate, huwa najua penye nitai shift, like najua where we should shift it. Ndio sasa kama hii 60 billion ya ghost workers, ukipeleka kwa HELB itasaidia.
Yeah.
You see? So that's when we say we're talking about solutions, that's a kind of the solutions. 60 billion is shifted to HELB.
Okay.
Just by cutting. Na hapo ni national, hatujaenda counties. You see? Na niko sure kwa hizi ministries, we have ghost workers as well.
Of course.
Yeah. We have ghost workers as well.
So averagely, how much do you think we'd save if we decided to deal with the ghost workers from the national level to the county government? Okay,
I have siwezi quantify juu I need numbers.
Juu county I'm sure ni wengi sana.
County ni wengi juu nakumbuka Natembea ali host sijui how many people.
I'd give it say 400 billion.
Yeah, inawezekana, siwezi shtuka by the way. Kama national government pekee inatupatia 68 b.
That's a lot.
Why not? Yeah.
So from where you sit, Mr. Devi, una cheki at the particular point we are right now, who do you think will be fit from all the options we have right now at our disposal? Who do you think will be the best one to implement this agenda of ours?
I have two answers to that question. One, ushaisikia wale watu wa vote just because they don't have, hakuna mtu mzuri.
Yeah.
So, I'll say this. According to the problems we're having right now, naweza sema Omtata.
Yes, okay, Omtata.
Ama whoever will be supported by Omtata. Why? Because I see the things he's doing, especially kwa court.
And he has been doing,
Yes,
yeah.
Especially kwa court. But in reality, the problems we are, sijaona presidential candidate amekaa akiongelea about public debt. Sijaona president akiongelea about budgeted corruption.
I think Maraga has.
Yeah.
But not to
the details and all that, yeah? Sijaona president akiongelea about how to improve our economy agriculturally, kwa agriculture I mean. Sijaona msee mwenye ameongea how to curb co-inflation ya food na fuel prices and all that. Yeah? Sijaona msee ametaka kuongelea education in details kwa sababu we need. So in short, I'll give the benefit of doubt that the team Maraga has will do a better job of researching and giving him the best answers to such questions. You see?
Yeah.
So I'm still expecting more from Maraga and the team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So ukiwa Mtata,
let's say if the presidential candidate naweza kaa tunapiga kura sahi, wherever Mtata will be, I'll support.
Okay.
But I'll still listen to Maraga. And if tutamit in those, ataniadressia what I need to hear.
Kama manifesto yake ita-align na your needs.
Yes. Now, by the way, it's not about our points. It's about the Denny. It's about the Denny. Let me give you a simple thing, by the way.
Oh, you even brought a book. Interesting.
Yeah. In 2027, we are supposed to pay 820 billion.
Loan?
Yes. 2028, 900.
Billion?
2029, 900. 2030, 950.
That's about 3.7 trillion now.
21, 3B. You see? So the next president, you see there's this thing from ilianza na wakati wa Uhuru. Nikichukua deni, nitachukua deni ya 10 years, huyo president shida yake.
Atakuja kujipanga.
Unakumbuka Rigathi akiongea empty coffers wasn't a lie. But we really need to pay.
So what happens is what has happened now when fuel has increased is they have taken another loan and secured it with these 7 shillings they have added in the fuel.
In the fuel nini.
So hii deni the next president ndio itakuwa shida yake.
For example, ile pesa Ruto amechukua since aingie paka today. Do you know how much deni tunachukua per day roughly? Tuki break down yearly, monthly, daily. 3 billion.
Daily?
Thank you.
Damn.
3 billion. Funny enough, average maturity debt ya deni zenye Ruto amechukua from 2023 to 2024. 4.8 years to 4.4 years. So roughly 5 years.
So that's like 2029.
From 2024, ongeza 5 years, 2029 exactly.
So maisha itakuwa ngumu double.
Thank you.
If nothing is done.
That's why I say, if there is a serious presidential candidate, issue of debt needs to be addressed like heads on. Tunafaa tujue.
Inafaa ikuwe priority.
Exact. Tunafaa tujue, tutailipa vipi juu. We only have 2 methods of paying debt. Kuchukua deni nyingine, ama pili, raise more taxes.
Ama could default.
Defaulting is bad for the economy.
Is it as bad as they put it? Or?
It is. Nimekuambia, we import cereals, we import medicine, we import plastics. Hizo ndio top imports. We import fertilizer too. Top imports, like top imports. So assume
So tukidefault tumededi in short.
Yes, tukidefault tumededi. Juu tukidefault inamaanisha unajua by the way sahi penye tuko close to the debt ceiling. Hatuwezi kopa more. You see? So tukidefault inamaanisha hata wale watu wanaweza tukopesha hawataki. Na in case atataka kutukopesha, atakutukopesha double the interest rate we are taking.
Juu sasa
ni risky because Kenya is so risky. Na hiyo inamaanisha most of our imports zitakuwa more expensive. Or even unaffordable.
Do you think if we started doing things right from now, we'd have a way of self-sustainability by 2029?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
So
by 2029.
So in terms that even if they decided to pig us sanctions, we'd still be floating at some point there.
I think tunachukua roughly revenues at 2.7 trillion annually. We can be sustainable, but not in 5 years.
Not 5.
8 to 10.
So kitutadu, just going to hold this conversation up to here. Naambiwa masaa imeisha, but it was lovely talking to you, bro.
Wazi.
Thank you, everybody who is watching this episode. Look out for Raia Active episode 2. We're going to be having very burning conversations. Have a lovely day.